Dear friends, I am going to explain next topic of machine design, that is the design of the gear. This topic is very important topic related to the machine design. So, gear first I will introduce what is the gear. So, gear is nothing but it is known as the mechanical drive. Mechanical drive like the belt, chain, gear drives are often called the mechanical drive. Mechanical drive is defined as mechanism which is intended to transmit mechanical power over a certain distance, usually involving a change in a speed and torque. In general, the mechanical drives is required because the prime movers such as electric motor and part of the operating machine. A mechanical drive is used to account of following reason. First reason is that the torque and the speed of machine are always different than that of electric motor or engine. Machine usually run at low speed and required high torque. For example, in the case of the overhead traveling crane, the motor run at 1440 rpm, while the speed of the rope drum is at low as 20 rpm. So you need the mechanical drive like the either gear or other means like we can say the other mechanical drive, chain drive and belt drive. In certain machine, variable speed are required for the operation, whereas the prime mover run at the constant speed. For example, in case of the lathe, the motor run at the constant speed while different speed are required for a spindle of the chuck to run the job at different materials and with the different speed and depth of cut. So it required the gear or the belt drive. So change the speed of the prime mover and different speed can be obtained through the mechanical drive. Third one, the standard electric motor are designed for uniform rotary motion. However, in some machine like the shaper or planar linear motion with varying velocity are required. So in these are the cases where the mechanical drives are required. Mechanical drives are classified into two groups. First one is the mechanical drive that transmit power by means of the friction. This one is the belt drive and rope drive. And second one is the mechanical drive that transmit power by means of engagement, that is the chain drive and the gear drives. Now how can select the proper mechanical drive? It depends upon the number of the factors. The guidelines of the selection of suitable mechanical drive for the given applications are follows. Like the flat belt and roller chain are suitable for the long distance. If two shafts are at the long distance, then you have to consider the mechanical drive like the flat belt and roller chain. Whereas the B belt have comparatively short center distance. Gear drive are the smallest center distance between two shafts. So it depends upon the operator how much distance is from the input and output shaft. If longer distance is there, then you have to go with the flat belts. If shorter distance, then B belt can be used. If the smallest distance, then gear drive are used. In the flat belt drives, the belts slip over the pulley. Therefore, the driven pulley rotates at a speed which is less than that calculated by the ratio of diameter of the driving and driven pulley. Due to the slip, the velocity ratio is not constant. Therefore, flat drive is not recommended. If you need the constant velocity ratio, then a flat belt is not accepted, where the constant speed is desirable. In case of the chain drive, the velocity ratio is not constant during one revolution of the sprocket wheel and due to the polygonal effect. Gear drive are preferred in the applications which required constant speed. These are the some criteria where which drive will be preferred. It has been discussed. Now the gear drive. Main focus of this chapter we study about the gear drive. So gear drive. What is the gear drive? The gears are defined as toothed wheel or uh, multi-loaded cam which transmit power and motion from one shaft to another by means of successive engagement of teeth. Gear drive offer the following advantage compared with the chain or belt drive. So what is the advantage of the gear drive? It is positive and velocity ratio remain constant. The center distance between the shaft is relatively small, which result in compact constructions. It can transmit very large power, which is beyond the range of the belt or chain drive. It can transmit motion at low velocity, which is not possible with the belt drive. The efficiency of gear drive is very high, even at 99% in the case of the spur gear. The provision can be made in the gearbox for gear shifting, thus changing the velocity ratio over a wide range. So these are the advantage of the gear drive. Gear drives are however costly and their maintenance cost is very higher. The manufacturing process for gear are complicated and highly specialized. Gear drive required careful attention for lubrication and cleanliness. They also required precise alignment of the shaft. So these are the limitations of the gear drive. Now classification of the gear. So gear may broadly classified into four groups. What is the types of the gears? First one is the helical gear, spur gear, helical gear, bevel gear and worm gear. There are four mainly types of the gears: spur gear, helical gear, bevel gear and worm gear. First I will start from the spur gear. What is the spur gear? The pair of spur gear are shown in this figure. In this figure, pair of the spur gear are shown. In case of the spur gear, the teeth are cut parallel to the axis of the shaft. This is the axis of the shaft, and if the teeth of the gear are parallel to the axis of the shaft, then this type of the gear is known as the spur gear. As spur gear are used only when shafts are parallel. For the spur gear, the shaft should be parallel and the profile of gear tooth in the shape of involute curve, and it remains identical along the entire width of the gear wheels. If you have studied the kinematic of machines, so you know the involute profile. There are two types of the profile: involute and cycloidal profile. So in a spur gear, the involute profile should be followed. A spur gear impose radial load on the shaft. Which type of load is act on the spur gear? So load should be radial load. In this there are two gears. A smaller gear, there is a smaller gear and larger gear. A smaller gear is generally known as the pinion. If this rotates in anti-clockwise directions, this one rotates in the clockwise directions. So this is the spur gear. Now helical gear. What is the helical gear? For helical gear, uh, pair of helical gear is shown in the figure. In this figure, helical gear is the shown. The teeth of these gear are cut and the angle with the axis of the shaft. In this gear, teeth is not parallel to the axis as explained in the spur gear, but teeth are cut inclined to the axis of the shaft. So helical gear have an involute profile similar to a spur gear. However, this involute profile is in the plane which is perpendicular to the tooth element. The magnitude of the helix gear. So this one is the helical gear. This if the teeth cut in this direction, this is known as the right-handed helical teeth. If teeth are cut in this directions, this is known as the left-handed helical teeth. So always right-handed helical teeth is connected with the left-handed helical gear teeth. So this is the combination of the helical gear. Now helical this hel pinion and gear same in the helical gear. However, in the hand of the helix is opposite. Right-handed pinion mesh with the left-handed gear and vice versa, as explained earlier. The helical gear impose radial and thrust load. Which type of load act in the helical gear? So there are radial and thrust load. Both are present in the helical gear. There is a special type of helical gear consisting the two helical gear with opposite hand of helix as shown in the figure. This is the special type of helical gear where the left and right left-handed, right-handed helix are present. This is known as the herringbone gear, or it is also known as the double helical gear. The constructions result in equal and opposite thrust reactions and balancing each other, imposing no thrust load on the shaft. In the single helical gear, it was discussed that the axial and thrust load both are present, but in this gear it removes the difficulty of the single helical gear because here the axial thrust is balanced, so only radial load is present in herringbone gear. This is the double, it is also known as the double helical gear. Now briefly I will explain the bevel gear. What is the bevel gear? This is the bevel gear. Bevel gear is shown in the figure. The shape of the shape of the bevel gear is the truncated cone. The size of the gear tooth, including the thickness and height, decreases toward the apex of the cone. This is the bevel gear. Axis of one gear is this side, axis of another gear is this side, and the gear size, teeth size decreases along the apex of the cone. It is formed on the frustum of the, we can say frustum on the cone. So bevel gear are normally used for shafts which are right angle to each other. If the axes are perpendicular to each other, then you have to go in the option for the bevel gear drive. However, this however is not rigid conditions, and the angle can slightly more or less than 90 degrees. The tooth of bevel gear can be cut straight or a spiral. This tooth may be a straight or a spiral. So bevel gear impose radial and thrust load on the shaft. On the shaft, radial and thrust load both will be present. Now last one is the worm gear. Worm gear are shown in the figure. This consists a worm. This consists a worm. This one is the worm, and worm wheel. This one is the worm wheel. The axis is perpendicular to axis of shaft should be perpendicular to each other, and this axis should be neither parallel not uh, coincident. So the worm is in the form of threaded screw which makes with the matching wheel. The threads on the worm can be single or multi start and usually have a small lead. This has a single start or maybe multi start and multi start which had single lead. Uh, Worm gear drive are usually for shaft, the axis of which do not intersect and perpendicular to each other. The already I explained it. The axis should neither be intersecting or and are perpendicular, and both axes should be perpendicular to each other. The worm imposes high thrust load while the worm wheel imposes high radial load on the shaft. Worm, imposes worm imposes high thrust load while the worm wheel imposes high radial load on the shaft. Worm gear drive characterized by high speed reduction ratio. It has very high reduction ratio. It will be discussed in detail in the chapter of the worm when it will be discussed separately. Now selection of the gear drive, which gear drive is best. So I briefly explain. The first step of design of the gear drive is selection of the proper type of gear for given application.